it, I'm the greatest, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. Won't you come and meet your maker, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. All I need is your praises, amen. Bitch, I'm God. Bitch, I'm God. Bitch, I'm God. What up? What up, what up, what up, what up? What up? Infinite love, eternal truth, peace, wave to you. I come to you in the name of the Creator through the precious elements of fire, earth, air, water, and ether. I am Chakra Doctor. You tuned into another 5-minute crystal. We about to get it popping right quick. Today's topic, seeing the title, is called Bedside. And I wanted to tackle the bedsides and the sides of the bed, because I am a big fan of the cliche saying, what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down, step on a crack, break your mama back, and all of these type of things, these symbolical sayings, these sayings that mean something deeper than what they're actually saying. We know you're not gonna break your mom's physical back by stepping on a crack. So what do they mean by step on a crack, break your mama back? What do they mean by, all of these different cliche sayings, Miss Mary Mac dressed in black, and all of these different nursery rhymes, and all of these different words and poetry that have been put together and spliced together to give you a deeper meaning. And so today's 5-minute crystal, I want to tackle one of the cliches that they say is, what do they mean by the wrong side of the bed? And how do you effectively make sure that you wake up on the right side of the bed? Why it's not good to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and why it is imperative that if you're going to have productive days of productivity, days that means days that you're going to actually see some fruit from what you did that day, days that are going to make you feel good, days that are going to make you feel happy about yourself, days that are going to make you feel content, days that are going to make you feel in love and wealth and abundance and all of these things that you want in your life. There are ways and there are reasons, and it's a science behind it. And once you understand the science behind going to sleep, they tell you never go to sleep angry or in a negative state. And then after that, they tell you don't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So we got to analyze. They got two sides of the bed. They got the right side of the bed, and they got the left side of the bed. Or they got the right side of the bed and the wrong side of the bed. Okay, so get this eyelash out of me. All right, and so the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed can be simply put like this. You have 24 hours in a day. We're going to say that you sleep 8 hours a day, which no successful person is sleeping 8 hours a day right now. And we're going to say you sleep 8 hours a day. Then on top of that, we're going to say out of those 8 hours, so 8 hours already subtracted from your 24. Now you got 16 hours left. Those 16 hours that you have left will determine how well your day goes and how unwell your day goes. And the first 16 hours, or the first 8 hours of those 16, will determine how the next 8 hours of those 16 are enjoyed. So the first 8 hours of how when you awake is spent will determine how you will go down in the next 8 hours. So waking up on the wrong side of the bed, simply put, can be our bodies, our minds, and our emotional states, and our wave frequency, our heart rate, our all of our rhythms are geometrically and biologically and psychically, along with spiritually and etherically, connected and aligned with this planet and the planets around us. Okay? The way things are going right now, you see at nighttime, and at nighttime certain things happen at nighttime and certain things happen in the daytime. You get roughly the equal amount of light versus the equal amount of day. 12 hours night, 12 hours day. Now, with that being said, we have to analyze what does our body do at these particular times, and how can we maximize on the energy of those times. So first and foremost, you have to know that your body is on an intake mode the moment you decide to wake up. The moment you get a proper night's sleep and you decide to wake up, your body is on an intake mode, meaning it is ready to soak up like a sponge to charge itself up so that it can properly produce for you what you need done productively through the day. So, how does it do that? By what you feed it in the morning, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. And a great thing that people don't realize is that this is the start of your day. Just opening your eyes, waking up, and what's on your mind? What are you thinking? This is the start of the day. This will determine, or start to begin to determine, how the rest of the day's functions will play out, predicated upon what you have been doing with that spiritual energy at that time. So, when we analyze all of these things, waking up on the wrong side of the bed simply can be put as when you arise and you got 8 hours. Remember your first 8 hours. So let's say you arise at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Your first 8 hours are from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. or whatever your time you awake, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m., whatever. But we know that the biological clock says from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be your major time for intake, meaning intake in your diet, food, intake in your mind, being reading, be looking at whatever you're looking at as far as visual images, and everything that you think, say, and feel will be on a magnetic mode. A magnetic mode, meaning receiving. Your body and your spirit, your body is a machine, your brain is a computer. It goes into a receiving mode once you wake up from that hour until you start to do an intake. You start to do an intake. Once you did your intake, once you've done your intake, predicated upon where you live in the world or determined upon where you live in the world, you will literally switch to output. So when your output is coming out negative, or things are happening that are beginning to happen negative, what was your intake? Your intake has to be of a positive mind frame, a positive diet, and a positive emotional state, along with positive actions. And majority of people don't realize we ruin that the minute we wake up and start talking. The minute we wake up and start talking, we automatically lose our intake value. Why? Because we're not supposed to be outputting. When we wake up, we're supposed to be inputting, soaking up like a sponge, charging up for the rest of the day, going into the night so that we can have a great night and go into the astral plane while we're asleep, having great nights because we charged ourselves up, and it all started how we woke up during the day. So when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, a lot of symptoms of waking up on the wrong side of the bed is when you are waking up, what is your thought? If your thought is about the next bill, if your thought is about the next dollar, if your thought is about the next person, your thought is about the next thing, your thought is about anything that can be labeled as an attachment to this physical world, you have just woke up or awakened on the wrong side of the bed. Why? Because your intake value, the thing that benefits the most from your intake is your spirit and your mind. So your spirit first, aka your heart, and your mind, aka your third eye soul, right, can literally feed and run this mechanism back and forth. You think it, you feel it, and your body works it out because you're quiet and you're letting the intake go. But once you wake up and you start the output, you ruin your intake. And when you ruin your intake, you have literally robbed yourself of valuable time just because you decided to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So the right side of the bed says that when we wake up, we will be observant. We will be thankful, attitude of gratitude, positive. We will have positive frequencies, aka Hertz frequencies. Positive Hertz frequencies are positive affirmation frequencies, or positive music frequencies. Positive frequencies. We will have positive smells around us. Not no Glade plug-in, no false smells. Positive smells, flora, fauna, incense, oils, and things of that nature. We're going to have the things that are literally around us in our environment. We're going to make sure that they feed us positively so that we can wake up on the right side of the bed. But when you're waking up on the wrong side of the bed, you're eating wrong, right? And you're thinking wrong, you're drinking wrong, and then we're talking and we're looking and feeding off the wrong thing, like you call a television, right? So we're automatically starting off on the wrong side of the bed, some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. Especially even when you're going to work, you're supposed to wake up and still be quiet and still gather your composure and plan out your day in your head. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to let nobody distract me, I'm not going to let this happen, I'm not going to let that happen. You're supposed to be planning out your day inside. And your inside is supposed to be taking that and feeding off of that. And then after that, it's going to go outside and make sure it happens as long as you keep it inside. As long as you keep the positive mechanism going inside. But the minute you wake up and you gather the negativity, be it the news, because they got a whole bunch of negative stuff on the news. They got a whole bunch of negative stuff on the radio. They got a whole bunch of negative stuff in our morning routines. And we wonder why we go to sleep angry and we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So keep this in mind next time you decide to arise on the bedside. Which side will you be on? Infinite love, eternal truth, peace, wave, chakradoctor.org, chakradoctor.org. Holla.
Greatest bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. Won't you come and meet your maker, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. All I need is your praises, amen.